Hello yoga friends, and welcome back to my 30-day yoga challenge where we do 10 minutes of yoga a day for 30 days. My name is Jessica and this is day 5. We're going to be doing a flow today all about tree pose. So we're going to start in Sukhasana, easy pose here, bringing the hands palms down for some grounding energy or palms up to harness energy from the universe. Fluttering the eyes closed or perhaps taking a soft gaze, evening out that breath. Let's set our intention for our practice today. The intention I'll be using today is I am rooted to the earth but reach for the sky. I am rooted to the earth but reach for the sky. And let's begin to inhale that beautiful intention in through our nose, deep into our bellies. And open the mouth, sigh, exhale out anything extra that you may have brought onto your mat today. Evening that breath back out, knowing that you can always return to your intention throughout your practice and perhaps throughout the rest of your day. Next inhale, let's inhale the arms overhead, exhale right arm to the mat, left arm overhead. Stretching out that left side body here. And inhale back up to center. Exhale, left arm to the mat, right arm overhead. Inhale back up to center and exhale, float the arms back down. We're going to take a bound angle here. So keeping the knees bent, soles of the feet together, as far or as close to your groin as you'd like. Let's sit up nice and tall here. Option to stay here or to exhale, forward fold over your legs. Just going to where you begin to feel sensation and not pushing past that. We're just beginning to open the hips here. No need to push. And next inhale, roll up back to that bound angle if you are in the forward fold. And let's find tabletop position. Knees underneath the hips, wrists directly under the shoulders. Let's inhale, drop the belly, look up to the sky. Cow pose. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the spine. Cat. One more time. Inhale to cow. Exhale. Cat pose. Inhale back to tabletop, and let's flex the feet and push the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Maybe generously bending the knees here, pedaling the feet, making sure the shoulders are down and back, neck is released, eyes of the elbows pointed towards the front of the mat, and all 10 fingers spread wide. Next, inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet. Step, hop, or float forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky. And exhale, right hand to right hip, left arm overhead. Just stretch out that left side body one more time. Next, inhale, come back up to center, and exhale, left hand to hip, right arm overhead. And inhale, back up to center. And let's exhale, plant that right foot towards the back of the mat for high crescent, and pivoting all 10 toes to the right side of the mat for wide-legged stance. Next, Maybe grabbing opposite elbows here, or your ankles, maybe bending the knees. I like to keep my eyes open here to just notice the change in perspective that being upside down brings us. And let's slightly bend the knees, rolling up back to that wide-legged stance. Let's pivot all 10 toes to the front of the mat for high crescent and step that right foot to meet the left. We're going to move into our tree pose here so we can float the hands down. Stay facing the front of the mat, but I am going to come here so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to shift our weight over onto the left leg and kickstand that right foot. Option to stay here in your tree. This is a beautiful way to take tree. Or you can move your foot to your calf on the inside of the calf, or bring it up to the inside of the thigh. Just avoiding the knee area here. Coming in to whatever tree pose works for you. Maybe bringing hands to heart center, or extending the arms overhead. You can even sway your branches. We're going to take 2 more rounds of breath here. Rooting through the ground and reaching towards the sky here. Next exhale, gently lower that right foot onto the ground. And we're going to inhale those arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the palms, step, hop, or float back. Flow as you so choose, and I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Next inhale, rise up to the balls of those feet. Step, hop, or float forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right, open the arms to a T. Inhale, back to center, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the left, arms to a T. Inhale, back to center, arms overhead. Let's shift the weight on that right foot and place the left foot towards the back of the mat for high crescent. Pivoting all 10 toes to the left side of the mat for a wide-legged stance. Let's exhale, forward fold once more. Planting that right palm in the center. Inhale the left arm up to the sky for a twist. And exhale that left palm down. Inhale the right arm to the sky for a twist. And exhale that right palm down. Let's bend those knees and roll up back to wide-legged stance. Pivoting all 10 toes to the front of the mat for high crescent. Step that left foot to meet the right at the front of the mat. Floating the arms down, setting up for tree pose. Let's shift over onto the right leg, and kickstand that left leg, maybe hands in heart center or overhead. Option to come up onto the inside of the right calf or the right thigh, your choice. Feeling all 4 corners of that right foot here. One more round of breath. And next, exhale, gently lower that left foot to the ground. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's all step back into tabletop and find our way to a seat on our bums. We're going to straighten that right leg out, foot flexed, and bring that left knee bent and the left foot to the inside of the right leg for seated tree pose. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold over that right leg. Maybe reaching towards the shin, the heel, or the ball of the foot. Option to stay here in this forward fold or roll back up to seated position, placing the left hand just on the side of the left hip and pressing back into stargazer. If you have taken stargazer, next exhale, come back to that seated tree. And all of us can extend both legs and bend the right knee, finding that seated tree on the opposite side. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold over that left leg. Option to stay here in the forward fold or come back up to that seated position, placing the right hand just to the side of the right hip and pressing up into stargazer. If you are in stargazer, next exhale, come back down to that seated tree. And we can all extend our legs and find our way down onto our backs. Inhaling that right knee into the chest. Exhale, guide that right knee over to the left for a supine twist. I like to call this twisted tree. Making sure that right shoulder remains on the earth. An option to gaze over the right fingertips. Next, inhale, bring that right knee back into the chest. And exhale, extend the right leg down. Inhale the left leg up to the chest. And exhale it across your body to the right for a supine twist on the other side. Making sure that left shoulder remains in contact with the mat. Option to gaze over the left fingertips. And inhale that left knee back into the chest. And exhale, extend it down, finding our Shavasana for the day. Scanning the body, letting go of any tension. And finding our final resting pose. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like, as I will leave you here for today. Thank you so much for joining me for practice, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 6. Namaste.